Greenwood speaks out on Man United future and Getafe future as Diogo Dalot has gone ahead to obviously change his ways at the club of Manchester United in as far as getting that first slot into the first team sealed. Welcome onto the United Matters channel. How are you guys? And where you watching us from? I go by the names of Rock and David. Second video of the day, and hope you guys are really having fun wherever you are. It's excitement all over Manchester United after a new CEO was really announced, Omar, who was at Manchester City, and everything is really going on as to plan, and looks like more huge changes are expected to come through. And we're here waiting to see what more changes are gonna be really embraced by this new management of Manchester United, headed by Sir Jim Ratcliffe at its helm, then with overseers like David Brasfold and Joan Cloud taking it to the next level as it obviously stands. Let's see close to 200 likes much in this video as we talk about Mason Greenwood, and let's wait and see how everything really pans out. Mason Greenwood is a player who was loaned to Getafe and is really producing very wondrous moments down in the Spanish La Liga, and people are really proud of him, and a lot is given a lot to happen in there for you and thriving. So Greenwood was really having an interview in Spain, and this is what he had to say as you see it put up there. Greenwood said the following: that I had the fans quite a lot. Also, we had the training day and a lot of fans came out and watched, so we always appreciate the fans. They are like an extra man out there on the pitch when they're out there supporting us. So Greenwood is very, very much supportive for the fans of Manchester United and the fans of Girona. He doesn't really go ahead to really undermine any of the work they put in through, and I think he's really right to obviously come out and really hail them, because in this game of football, if you have the fans back, trust me, you are the winner. If you don't have the fans back, you are obviously gonna become the villain. So as it stands right now, Mason Greenwood is thanking the fans on what they are doing for him, especially fans of Girona and the fans of Man United. And for the fans of Manchester United, they hold a special place into the heart of Mason Greenwood, because every time he comes in through and really does something special at Girona, they keep saying, get Anthony out, Mason Greenwood in. You understand? So the love for for Greenwood is really huge in the fans of Manchester United. And you know, those that have gone ahead obviously coming through several times to call for him not to return the club of Man United are going shrinking. That is it. And I think they'll go a wall in these remaining months of the season, because this boy is here to prove everyone right that I deserve to go in and really play for the club of Manchester United. Even if you fans don't really believe that it can happen, then we have to find a way to do it. And then he added on another say that read, everything is fine. I adapted pretty quickly. My teammates took me under their wing, and I've just been happy ever since coming here, training and playing the games. The fans mean a lot to me. The best feeling so far is when I scored my first goal here at the stadium. So he has been taken in at Getafe very well. He loves whatever is happening at the club of Getafe, and he's really scoring goals, and the fans really celebrate him a lot at Getafe. And trust me, he's really having a very good season there, and it's gonna be one of the hugest decisions that Omar, the newly appointed CEO for the club of Manchester United, you get to obviously make a decision on whether to keep him or really let him go, because this is one of the hugest decisions that Omar Berrada is gonna really have to first deal with, because no team in the world wouldn't like to have Mason Greenwood. And the big question is gonna be, how don't you give a player a chance who Barcelona wants, Bayern Munich, and Real Madrid a chance to get back to his childhood club, yet he's really putting in performances? And it's gonna be one of those huge decisions. And I think with all this, it will have to see the CEO, Berrada, Sir Jim Ratcliffe, sit with the fans and obviously convince them that we need this player, and this player really needs a second chance because of the performances he's putting in through. This is a player that can turn out to be £100 million player. He has what we call Ballon d'Or traits onto him. That is Mason Greenwood, and no one will ever rule him out for being the player he is right about now. And that is the hugest decision that Man United is yet to make on Mason Greenwood. He has 1 more year on his contract, and if at all it's triggered, it's gonna see him really be at the club of Manchester United until 2025. And I'm really smelling a rat that before he left to Getafe, United went ahead to obviously trigger or add in 1 more year. You get, because they noted that he can obviously say, I'm not going to sign a new contract with the club of Man United. But this is a decision that the new board needs to sit down and really make for Mason Greenwood, because fans are really wanting the guy back. Now, a decision has to be taken, because we are really a team that needs Mason Greenwood. That is it. If Mason Greenwood returns, I see no reason as to why United should spend more money to go in for centre forward. You get? Because he can easily play in every position in the front three. He can play as a left forward, a right forward, and a centre forward, meaning that you'll be having Rasmus Højlund and Mason Greenwood tussling it out for that. And even Mason Greenwood can come in through and obviously try to play onto the left side, compete with Garnacho, Rashford, or Anthony, and Amad Diallo. That is the quality of this young lad. And you would love to see to it that this generational talent comes back to obviously test onto the coaching skills of Erik ten Hag. You know, because you will at any one point really want to see to it that you have him under your team. So Greenwood is happy at Getafe. He has been welcomed very well, and he finally feels at home. And maybe this is one of the steps that he needed, and it might have been one of the biggest steps in the right direction, that all he needed was to go on and really find a club where he's going to play on loan for a full season, get himself back up and running, and see whether he's going to be part of the squad of Man United that is going to go to the US to play in the preseason that has already been scheduled to take place, you know, after the Euros. And he's really in epic form that no one will ever not want to see him back at the club of Manchester United. Wait and see how that is going to pan out. But Greenwood is really a very good player and has gone ahead to obviously put in a shift that everyone has gone ahead to appreciate at the club of Manchester United. With those words, that has gone ahead obviously to come in and really put in a really call for your reactions in the comment section below about him. His team Getafe today has been beaten by Osasuna by 3-2, and Greenwood played 90 minutes. You know, Greenwood played 90 minutes, and Morayal, you know, Broja Morayal has been one of those people that have gone ahead to score in there for you. This is one of the people that has gone ahead to obviously coming through and obviously be linked to Man United, Arsenal, and very many others. But it looks like he wants to stay at the club of Arsenal and at the club of Getafe, and doesn't want to go anywhere. So that is it. That is the update coming in from Getafe. I think after a long spell they had gone ahead to take without losing, they've gone ahead to lose their first game in there. Let's go to sources coming in from Carrington. As far as Diogo Dalot is concerned, Dalot has gone ahead, I think, to score his second goal of the season, if at all I'm not mistaken, in the Premier League. And sources at Carrington say Diogo Dalot is staying behind after training to perfect his distance shooting. He is mindful the modern fullback is judged on attacking more than defending and is keen to pump his numbers up. So why is he really wanting to continue doing this? The only 2 goals that's going to score for the club of Man United this season have been outside the 18-yard box area, and we've seen him his efforts ricocheting off the crossbar very many times. Remember the goal he scored against Sheffield outside the 18-yard box. Against Wigan, it was another one outside the 18-yard box, and he really went ahead to put in a shift that all of us went ahead to really appreciate as people of the United fan base. And him trying to obviously get this to the next level is really important, and I would love to see to it that more and more and more and more and more and more is added onto his game. That's what I want to see. And he overlaps a lot. He defends well. So his offensive approach is really great, and he wants to improve onto it, but he wants to obviously shoot better. He wants to obviously become a better shooter of the ball, and that will help him really thrive everywhere he goes as a player for the club of Manchester United. So I think with Man United improving their style of play, and with the coming in of the new CEO, that is Omar Berrada, who is going to obviously urge Erik ten Hag to go in and really get in a style of play that he wants, I think it's going to favor Diogo Dalot a lot. It's going to really put him in a situation where he will obviously score more and more and more goals for the club of Manchester United. So after that, let's obviously have a talk or a say about Dalot again, that the United staff have become so dependent on Diogo Dalot as a post-match speaker. They are conscious he's becoming overtaxed, as there are a lack of willing talkers in the dressing room. And this is one of the things that we should obviously rectify at the club of Man United, because we need people who are really having experience to come out and really attend such media post and pre-match interviews. That is it. We need such. Because Dalot is not one of the seniorest players at the club of Man United. He came in through in 2018, and by that time he was 18. Now 6 years down the road, Dalot is 24 years of age, and we should all appreciate what he's giving us on the field of play. And the likes of Bruno Fernandes, Casemiro, Luke Shaw, Varane, John Evans, Marcus Rashford should take center stage when it comes to obviously representing the club of Manchester United in such scenarios. And we shouldn't obviously just get this guy to be really doing the needful only. And you will obviously want to see to it that Dalot doesn't do all interviews, because he will at our time really get a slip of the tongue, and that slip of the tongue will obviously see him not really getting to where he deserves to be. So that is Diogo Dalot for you, 24 years of age. But the most important bit of it all, as we're going to have to include this into this story, is his urge to come out and really make a decision that he is gonna do the needful and really continue going in for those efforts. And we are turning to action on the 28th of this month. That means 6 days from now, we are returning back to action, and that action is going to be really exquisite for the club of Manchester United, playing Port Vale in the FA Cup 4th round, a team that we should knock out and proceed to the next round. And I think the next round is going to be the round of 16, and after that round of 16 we'll be left like with 3 games. If we go on and really play them well, we'll be into the final of the FA Cup. And I would love us to lift this trophy this season, because it will really cement Erik ten Hag's job at the club of Manchester United. Because I would love to see Erik ten Hag working under this guy, and that is Omar Berrada, the new CEO for the club of Manchester United. So guys, your thoughts on Greenwood speaking out on his United and Getafe future are welcome in the comment section below. Dalot charging his batteries for the remaining games of the season. What do you make about it? Rokan David is my name. I sign out for now. See you later, and may the living to God bless you abundantly. We out for now.